Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins with the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. We are meeting new members today. Tamera Rooney from the Red Tornado Collective joins us. Tamera, thanks for taking time out of your afternoon.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you. I'm glad our internet connection is crossing the street here to allow us to do this.
It's not even a street, it's an alley.
So that's a good point. So let's talk about the Red Tornado Collective and how it started and what it's evolved into, because I think it's a really interesting story. Is you kind of got started on one path with it, and it's evolved into something over time that has become quite bigger.
Yes, so 18 or 19 years ago, I got nicknamed the Red Tornado, and then I started doing marketing for just the local visual artists. That's all I wanted to do. You know, if they had an exhibition, they needed a postcard or a poster or a website. It was just a side hustle because my life was very busy. And then about 5 years ago, I just decided to keep doing it, and wow, it blew up to a point where I needed to bring on a couple other people to help me out. And now we are located in the Findlay office in downtown Findlay, and we are very busy, and we love, love, love what we do.
It's a lot. I can't imagine why anybody would ever have called you the Red Tornado. It's a mystery, but
yeah, it was the convertible and the hair and going around.
Well, it's worked out, and you've continued to grow and take on new services and things. Let's talk about what businesses don't know now compared to maybe 5 years ago, and just how much things have changed just in that span.
So the newest trend and something that we're excited to offer our clients is managing the Google business profile. Google is a beast. It's one of those things that you have to have a presence on. So if you're thinking about starting a business, you almost have to treat your Google business profile as another social media page, because over the last couple of years, Google has decided that they really want you to keep that information fresh and new and exciting. So that's one thing that we've seen as a trend. Usually people would just set it up and forget about it. And it's really hard to do that nowadays. Of course, social media is king, even though it's so funny. Everybody says, oh, I hate social media, but it's what we do. Whether you like it or not, you have to do it. So getting your social media set up so that, again, it's fresh and exciting and engaging, it's a big challenge. We've also seen the changes in designing of websites to make them user-friendly, also keeping them fresh, writing blogs, adding information about events so that your website has something interesting for the search engines to crawl and pick up on. So we will help businesses do that if they're already an established business, but we also love and kind of feel passionate about, we feel passionate about getting those businesses to come into us even when they just have the idea. Because a name, you think you have a name that's going to work, and you may end up battling 4 other companies with the same name in other countries or other states, and they're never going to show up on the Google machine. So we want to help those startups, those brand new people with just an idea, come to see us first, because that's what we really feel strongly about. And then everything else kind of follows along.
And it's funny you mentioned that. I was talking to a business earlier today, and then I went to search for them and could not find their listing on that top page of Google. And that's a problem. If you're not on that first page of Google, you're almost not on the internet.
It's exactly right. And social media, the thing that scares us when we have a client come to us and say, well, yeah, I have a website. It's my Facebook page. You can't, because Facebook could disappear tomorrow. Any of the social media platforms, we've seen them change overnight. You have to have that constant presence, and that is your website, your Google profile, and keeping those, again, fresh, updated, and not just static.
And this is where a business like yours is so important, because a lot of times, and I know when I talk to members about, hey, are you doing this on your social media? Are you doing your Google profile, things like that? I just don't have time to manage it. All right, pay somebody to have that time for you because you
Right.
have to have it considered a line item in your business, I would imagine.
And the thing we do is we try very hard to be very affordable because we know that big marketing agencies it can be a cost. You have to spend money to make money, but we try to make that much more affordable for the nonprofits or the startups or the people who have nothing. We try to make that affordable. We also pride ourselves on training our clients so that they don't have to rely on us, that they can get to a certain point where they can go in and do their blogs and do their updates. We don't want you to have to rely on us because we could win the lottery and be gone tomorrow. We probably wouldn't leave, but I mean, those things happen where we want to make sure that the new business owner is
Right.
equipped to handle everything.
Well, and it would stand to reason that the business owner themselves would know the voice and tone of the business almost better than anyone. Once they get the training on kind of how to get that out there,
Right.
that would make sense. You've mentioned blog a couple of times, and we'll wrap with this because I think a lot of people, when they think of blogs, they think of when those first came to prominence in the mid 2000s, maybe the early 2010s. But it's still a really important part of your business website. You touched on it a little bit ago. It's about searchability, but if you can just kind of expand on why having a blog is so important.
So it's great for just feel good content, like the behind the scenes that make people feel emotionally attached to your business. But again, it's also good for that search engine optimization, the SEO, because you put those keywords in there and they have to happen in a natural conversational tone. So putting your personality and that writing experience into a blog is only going to help. It's going to help the reader feel connected to your business, but it's also going to help the searcher to find you.
All right, Tamera, if people want to learn more about the Red Tornado Collective, or they maybe want to get started on developing their brand and their personality and making sure that their web presence is where it needs to be, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
They can get online and go to our website, theredtornadocollective.com. I can give you my phone number.
Yeah, absolutely.
419-722-7810. Call me. I'll answer, maybe, probably.
I'm always impressed when people remember their phone number right off the top of their head. It takes me a little bit to get that.
I know. I never call myself. Why would I know my phone number? But yeah, give us a call. Tamera at Tamera at redtornadocollective.com. So all the normal ways. I'm also on Facebook.
Check it out. And Tamera, we're happy to have you as a chamber member. Thanks for taking time out of your afternoon to join us today.
Thanks for having me. I had fun.
You said that convincingly too, so I believe you. For Tamera Rooney, I'm Doug Jenkins. Have a great afternoon, everybody.